Hello everyone and welcome to the weekend review for Module 6. We are coming very close to the conclusion of this course, and I know it's been a busy few weeks. Now, I would say that the major part was getting that part 2 done, which all of you have done. That's great. So I think you'll notice the course should get a little bit lighter as you're finishing it up in this week, and Module 7, Module 8. With that, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing this week. Then I'm going to jump back and talk about Module 5. So this week we have kind of our normal thing, our quizzes, our discussion, our weekly assignments. We have the research project part 3, but hopefully that should be pretty easy. Just some more revisiting of charts and graphs and things like that, getting you used to those. Reason why we have some of these things in this course is many of you are relatively new to your programs. I know there's a group of you too that are graduating soon, but for those of you that are kind of new, we want to get you kind of acclimated to those pieces kind of on the front end, so you can use them all throughout your time here at the college. So that's why there's some of those activities are in the course if you wanted to know. All right, so with that, that pretty much covers what we're doing Module 6. Back to the kind of the normal standard. Shouldn't be as hard as Module 5 was. Okay, so let's talk about Module 5. In Module 5, you had that Part 2 due, the written paper, and all of you did a very good job with that paper. I think overall the grades were in the anywhere from low to low 90s all the way up through perfect scores for some of you. So job well done with that. Please go back and look at the feedback for those assignments. I did post video feedback for each one of you on your individual papers. So even if you did get that perfect score on it, do take a look at that feedback. There are some things where I may have commented on but didn't deduct a point or two for, but I know that in the future you may get deducted points from other instructors. So take a few minutes and take a look at my feedback. Feedback ranges anywhere from about 5 minutes. I think my longest one was maybe 8 or 9 minutes long, so hopefully not too long for you to see that individualized video feedback for each one of those Part 2 assignments for you guys. So take a look at that. All the grading through Module 5 is complete except for a few individuals. So everybody has their Part 2 of Module 5 done. And if you're noticing that a couple of the assignments for Module 5 haven't been completed yet, from my end, by tomorrow that should be all caught up. So if you're one of those, about half a dozen of you so far, I haven't quite finished yet. So on everything for Module 5. If you notice that I'm missing anything from modules, 1 through 4, let me know. If there's anything there, send me a text message or an email. All right, so that kind of concludes the grading piece. All caught up, or pretty much almost caught up. By tomorrow, we'll be totally caught up with 5. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is Part 4 of the project. And what I think, what I am going to do is I'm going to change a little bit the approach to Part 4. So if any of you have started working on Part 4, let me know. I'm hoping none of you have, because I am going to tweak it up just a little bit. So originally we have been doing the Part 4 where you're presenting elements of what you've produced in parts 1 through 3, actually bringing up that paper and kind of talking about the structure of the paper. I think what we're going to do, and it's going to be a present me presentation, what we'll do, and it'll be all written out for you so you know exactly what you need to do, but I'm going to give you the basics, the basic theme of what Part 4 will be, is that you'll do a presentation. And in that presentation, we would like a very small summary of each of those 7 articles that you had to get that were in your paper. I think that the minimum was 7. So let's just stick to, about 7, or stick to 7. Even if you did more than that, that's fine. But let's just stick to the 7 articles that you did. And probably just going to hit on 3 bullet points for each one, kind of what were the important pieces out of that literature review that you that you got out of it. And then we'll probably have a conclusion slide as well, kind of your general conclusions on all of the literature review that you did for that. I think the project will still run between 5 to 7 minutes long, so really not a lot of, you'll have a lot already to talk about with each one of those articles and 3 bullet points. So stay tuned. I'm going to tighten that up a little bit more for you, but I think that'll be a better approach rather than you talking about your papers and how you approached it. I think we'll all benefit more by hearing what you learned about your particular area in healthcare, and very you're gonna distill down the essential elements of what you learned. So I think we'll all learn more, because so many of you, as I was reading all of your papers, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I bet the class would really benefit by hearing about this. So the way that the project was originally structured, that information may not have come out. This way, we'll all get a nice little primer in what you have done and the important information that was in there. Okay, so that's it. So that's for our final part of part 4 of this course project. Okay, well, that pretty much concludes the weekend review for Module 6. Again, if you have any questions, please text me. Last week was pretty quiet. There were a few texts as you were finishing up things, but again, don't be bashful to text me. You can always find my information. I have that in the course news, my cell phone number. You can always scroll all the way down to the course news and click. There is a little link on there. It says like all past news items, so you can see anything that may have fallen off. You can always see that old information by clicking that, and then you'll see every news item that we've posted for the course will then show up, including my cell phone number and contact information. All right, well, that concludes the weekend review for Module 6, and as always, thank you for watching.